In a vibrant A city, Emma Nelson, a kind but overlooked young woman, is forced to marry Ethan Moore, rumored to be disfigured and cruel. Behind this misunderstood union lie family secrets, cunning schemes, and a love that gradually blooms. Emma Nelson stood before a mirror, her face concealed by makeup that made her look plain and unattractive. Her mother, Susan Nelson, pressured her into marrying Ethan Moore, a man whispered to be disfigured, disabled, and heartless, to spare her sister Olivia from an unwanted engagement. Heartbroken and feeling betrayed, Emma agreed reluctantly, driven by love for her mother. The wedding was a cold, somber event, with Ethan absent, amplifying Emma's fears. Rumors swirled that no woman who entered the Moore estate ever left alive. On her wedding night, Emma was confronted by Jake Moore, who claimed to be Ethan's cousin. He mocked her appearance, making bold, unsettling advances that left her shaken. Emma tried to keep him at bay, but Jake was persistent, showing up unexpectedly and sowing seeds of doubt about the Moore family. Ethan's continued absence deepened her anxiety, making her wonder if she'd married a man or a shadow of terrifying rumors. The Nelson family, particularly Olivia, treated Emma as a tool to safeguard Olivia's reputation, piling on insults and demands. Isolated in a loveless marriage, Emma felt trapped, enduring scorn from her own kin. Unbeknownst to her, Ethan was observing from the shadows, testing her resilience and sincerity. The makeup that dulled her beauty was not just a disguise, but a barrier to the truth about her enigmatic husband. Life at the Moore estate was daunting. Jake's frequent appearances kept Emma on edge, his teasing words and provocative actions blurring the line between jest and threat. One night, when Jake was injured, Emma reluctantly tended to him, glimpsing a flicker of vulnerability beneath his brash exterior. This moment sparked confusion. Was Jake merely a troublemaker, or was there more to his connection with Ethan? As Emma navigated this strange new world, she clung to her inner strength, unaware that her journey was only beginning. Jake Moore became a whirlwind in Emma Nelson's life, his presence both unsettling and inescapable. He appeared everywhere, at the Moore estate, offering unsolicited rides or making cryptic remarks about Ethan. His teasing was relentless, calling her sister-in-law while acting anything but familial, leaving Emma torn between anger and curiosity. Each encounter with Jake pushed her further into a web of doubt about her marriage and the Moore family secrets. Emma's attempts to maintain distance were futile. Jake's charm, laced with mischief, made it hard to dismiss him entirely. One day, when he showed up injured, Emma found herself bandaging his wounds, catching glimpses of a softer side that contrasted with his usual bravado. His gratitude, though fleeting, planted a seed of doubt. Was Jake truly just a reckless cousin, or was he hiding something deeper? His cryptic comments about Ethan's absence only fueled her suspicions. Meanwhile, Ethan remained a ghost in Emma's life, never appearing, leaving her to grapple with rumors of his cruelty and deformity. Jake's constant presence filled the void, but it also complicated things. He'd swing from flirtatious to protective, confusing Emma further. One moment, he'd mock her plain appearance. The next, he'd insist on driving her home, warning her to stay safe. These contradictions kept Emma on edge, forcing her to question whether Jake was an ally or a threat. The Nelson family added to her burdens. Olivia, desperate to maintain her social standing, pressured Emma to uphold the marriage for appearances, while Susan berated her for not doing enough. Emma felt like a pawn in their game, her own desires ignored. Yet, in quiet moments, she sensed Jake was watching her closely, perhaps gauging her loyalty to Ethan. This suspicion grew when she overheard a bodyguard refer to Jake with unusual deference, hinting at a hidden role within the Moore family. Emma's interactions with Jake became a delicate dance. She rebuffed his advances, but couldn't ignore the strange comfort his presence sometimes brought. When he playfully removed her glasses, insisting she stop hiding, Emma felt a spark of confidence she hadn't known in years. Yet, she couldn't shake the feeling that Jake's familiarity with the Moore estate, and with her, went beyond what a cousin should know. Was he truly Ethan's cousin? Or was he playing a deeper game, one that tied directly to her elusive husband? Olivia Nelson, Emma's sister, was a master of manipulation, using her charm to mask a ruthless streak. Determined to secure her relationship with Caleb Harris, Olivia spread malicious rumors and leaked doctored videos to tarnish Emma's reputation, painting her as a scheming usurper who stole Ethan Moore's hand in marriage. These attacks stung Emma, but they also ignited her resolve to fight back. Online, Olivia's campaign gained traction, with trending posts accusing Emma of betraying her sister. The public ate up the drama, unaware that Olivia was the true orchestrator, using Emma as a scapegoat to deflect attention from her own scandals. Emma, though hurt, refused to crumble. She began piecing together Olivia's motives, realizing her sister's goal was to clear her path to Caleb while keeping the Nelson family's reputation intact. Emma's response was calculated. Using her background in film school, she crafted a subtle counter-narrative, posting vague apologies on social media that hinted at Olivia's involvement without naming her directly. This move forced Olivia to backtrack, as the Moore family, protective of their name, stepped in to suppress the scandal. Emma's cleverness surprised even Jake, who began to see her not as a victim, but as a formidable player in this family drama. Olivia, enraged by Emma's defiance, escalated her attacks, luring Emma to a dangerous club under false pretenses. Drugged and nearly assaulted, Emma was saved by Jake, who revealed a fierce protectiveness that deepened her confusion about his true identity. This incident marked a turning point. Emma vowed to expose Olivia's treachery, no longer willing to be her sister's punching bag. With Jake's discreet help, Emma gathered evidence of Olivia's schemes, including her manipulation of Caleb and her role in spreading the damaging videos. At a press conference orchestrated by the Nelsons to clear the air, Emma turned the tables, presenting proof that Olivia had framed her. The public's perception shifted, and Olivia's carefully curated image began to crack, leaving her scrambling to salvage her reputation. Ethan Moore's absence was not just a quirk, it was tied to a dark family secret. Emma learned Ethan was obsessed with uncovering the truth behind his mother's death, which occurred during a kidnapping years ago. His investigation pointed to his father, Charles Moore, and his aunt, Evelyn Moore, as potential culprits, shattering the Moore family's polished facade. Emma's encounter with Charles was unsettling. He treated her kindly, calling her daughter, but his warmth felt calculated, as if he were assessing her role in Ethan's life. Evelyn, too, seemed overly invested in the family's affairs, her interactions with Charles hinting at a deeper connection. Emma's suspicions grew when she overheard cryptic conversations, suggesting a cover-up tied to the kidnapping. Jake, ever present, dropped hints about Ethan's pain, urging Emma to dig deeper. When Ethan finally agreed to meet her, he was cold, dismissing her as ugly and unworthy. Hurt but undeterred, Emma sensed his anger stemmed from grief, not disdain. Her persistence paid off when Ethan revealed fragments of his past. His mother's death had left him distrustful, believing the kidnapping was an inside job. The truth unraveled during a tense confrontation at a recreated warehouse, a chilling replica of the kidnapping site. Jake, revealed to be Ethan's half-brother, confessed that Charles and Evelyn had orchestrated the kidnapping to silence Ethan's mother, who discovered their affair. Jake's bitterness as the hidden son fueled his rage, but Emma's plea for Ethan to spare him showed her compassion, even in the face of betrayal. Charles and Evelyn's confession was damning. They admitted to planning the kidnapping to scare Ethan's mother, never intending her death, but their negligence led to tragedy. Ethan, torn between vengeance and justice, chose to hand them over to authorities, honoring Emma's wish to avoid becoming consumed by hate. This moment solidified Emma's role as his anchor, grounding him amidst the storm of family deceit. Despite the rocky start, Emma and Ethan's relationship began to shift. Ethan, initially disguised as Jake to test Emma, was captivated by her resilience and kindness. Emma, in turn, saw past the rumors about Ethan, recognizing his protective instincts and deep care for her. Their bond grew through shared trials, from escaping Olivia's traps to confronting the Moore family's sins. One night, when Ethan was drugged and vulnerable, Emma chose to stay by his side, not out of duty, but from genuine affection. This act broke through Ethan's defenses, leading to a heartfelt confession. He had fallen for her, not as the ugly wife he once dismissed, but as the woman who stood by him. Emma, too, admitted her feelings, shedding the disguise that had hidden her true beauty. Their love faced one final test when Ethan's grandfather was attacked, and Emma was falsely accused. Ethan's initial distrust stung, but Jake's intervention and Emma's unwavering support helped uncover the truth. Charles's allies had targeted the old man to frame Emma. Cleared of suspicion, Emma and Ethan emerged stronger, their trust solidified. To celebrate their new beginning, Ethan planned a grand wedding redo, inviting friends and family to witness their love. Emma, no longer hiding behind makeup, shone as herself, her inner and outer beauty undeniable. Ethan, free from the weight of his past, vowed to cherish her forever. As they danced under the stars, the Moore estate, once a place of secrets, became a home filled with hope and love. Emma's journey from a reluctant bride to a confident partner transformed her. She took a job at the Nelson family business, not as a pawn, but as a leader, earning respect through her intelligence. Ethan, inspired by her, rebuilt the Moore legacy with integrity, ensuring his mother's memory lived on. Together, they proved that love could triumph over deception, forging a future where their hidden beauty shone bright.